Happy New Year! The BOI crew wishes you a smooth running year that will produce a profiting period in your business and indeed your life. Before we delve into the year, it's necessary to look back and recount the happenings of the year, which ones have been concluded and which ones will have to be continued this year. That's why this episode will bring highlights of the activities of the Bank of Industry for the year 2013. BOI recorded a 38.19% increase in the number of loans approved from 1,846 in 2012 to 2,551 in 2013. The loans approved amounted to a little over 305 billion naira. The economic impact of this is the creation of 2.2 billion jobs from 1.7 jobs that was created in 2012. The bank was also involved in many activities and events which directly or indirectly contribute to its implementation of its aim as industrializing Nigeria. One of the many activities of the Bank of Industry for the year 2013 was the launch of the National Enterprise Development Program, NEDEC. It is to bring all major parastatals involved in developing SMEs to work together, and the Bank of Industry is, of course, a part of it. BOI will be holding the role of enterprise financing. These are the stakeholders of the federal government's new economic policy, National Enterprise Development Program, NEDEC. They consist of representatives of the Bank of Industry, who will act as financial support partners, the Industrial Training Fund, they will be the skills acquisition trainers, and SMEDAN, who will provide business training and support, as well as state governments. They are here in response to the call of the Minister of Trade and Investment, Dr. Olusegun Aganga, who believes that NEDEC can and will generate 3.5 million direct jobs and 2 million additional indirect jobs by 2015.
If you're skeptical, you'll be saying, how are you going to do this? This is just a tall order. But if you look at the country, that we're blessed with so many of these things, Nigerians are naturally entrepreneurs. Most of the 17.25 you see there today were not assisted in any way, in any shape by government to be where they are today. So you now imagine helping them. So even if you take the top 25% of the 17.28, give them finance, give them training. If each one of them employs just one person, you will create 3 million jobs. It is very simple. It's not rocket science. You just need to get it done and get yourself organized. That's just one example. But that's what we're aiming to do within 2 years. We're not saying we create it in 1 year.
One of the strategies which NEDEC will employ is the creation of an SME council.
Why do we need an SME council? Because all the SME projects in the country are not well coordinated. They're not being done properly. Each state is doing their thing. Each local government is doing their thing. Each ministry is involved in enterprise SME development. Today you hear this from this ministry, you hear that. It's not well coordinated. And when you have limited resources, you need to make sure that it's well coordinated and it's delivering what you need to do. If you look at the shape of micro, small, medium, and enterprises in this country and compare that to the UK, we have 17.28 million there, but they have smaller, maybe 4 million. But most of theirs are in the large and the medium, small sector, maybe more large and medium than micro. Ours is almost 90% micro. So the shape is wrong. Not bad, because it's good for poverty, but you need to move and make sure you're having small and green business. And that takes a deliberate effort together. And you need a council coordinating that to make that happen. So we're going to set up an SME council.
Programs which will build entrepreneurship consciousness is also intended for secondary schools, university, as well as social clubs which involve youth all over the country. The reward for good work is more work, they say. The African Development Bank appreciates the work of the Bank of Industry, and what they do is they give them $500 million to further empower SMEs in Nigeria. Officials of African Development Bank, Bank of Industry, and Nigeria Export-Import Bank meeting to re-energize an already functioning partnership at the Bank of Industry corporate office in Abuja. The plan for this meeting started about 7 years ago when the management of the Bank of Industry approached the African Development Bank for support to SMEs in the country. After a lot of talks and consideration, AFDB has signed 2 agreements for the provision of 2 sovereign guaranteed multi-tranche lines of credit with BOI and Nexim.
The bank had been lending to commercial institutions in Nigeria for several years. We had a different line of credit for most of the big institutions. Yet, it was difficult for the bank to pinpoint really the development outcome in terms of job creation, in terms of women empowerment or activities. So the observation led Nigerian authority to formulate the wish that clearly maybe we haven't got the right instrument to get the bank resources to the people who need, notably the small and medium-sized enterprises who we believe deeply are the real creator of job and promote poverty reduction in this country. So that's when he took this initiative. I think the idea was